Thank you for your patience. It's my dementia. Did I just say dementia? Well, my doctor is trying to find out for the last 2 years whether I have dementia or Alzheimer. So I said, Doc, what's the difference? He said, well, in dementia, sometimes you don't know where you are. And in Alzheimer, sometimes you don't know who you are. So I said, Doc, if I don't know who I am, do I give a damn shit where I am? You know, I'm 76 now. And 8 years ago, when I was 68, I started running marathons. I said, what the heck? So far, I ran about 24 marathons and half marathons. 4 of them, I came number 2 in my age group of 2. You know, many people ask me, you know, in 26 miles marathon, what is the toughest miles? You know, like, is it the beginning, middle, end? So with me, it's always the same. It's the first mile and the last 45. Actually, this I borrowed from my marriage. I'm married 40 years. And, yeah, 40 years. I'm sure lots of people here are runners, you know, so they can. 40 years, and again, the toughest years in my marriage is the first year and the last 39. And if they ask, what is, did you have a good year throughout that? Yes, 41 years ago. You know, my wife is an extremely high maintenance woman. So when she goes and buys lottery tickets, you know, she doesn't buy 2 or 3. She will buy like a bulk, 30 or 40 at the same time. And she never looks at the winning numbers. Her logic is if she wins the big one, they'll come to her. You know, it's like 200 million nobody claimed, you know. And if it's a small one, she doesn't want to bother. You know, when I first met her, I took her to a very expensive coffee shop. I was a student in counting pennies. And she ordered a banana split. And I ordered the ice cream. So when the order came, she took the banana to the side, the whipped cream to the side, the cherry to the side, and she started eating the ice cream. So I kind of very diplomatically asked her, don't you like banana? She said, no. Don't you like whipped cream? No. But cherries? No. So why did you order banana split? You could have ordered just ice cream. She said, well, banana split is more expensive, isn't it? Besides, I always order banana split. Anyway, so I noticed that in most of these comedians, they always bash their girlfriends or their wives. I'm trying to bash my wife in a positive way. So she is actually here in the audience. She never heard my routine. And I'm afraid, so I just want to kind of, maybe you can give her an applause. Yeah. She hasn't heard my routine, and I'm afraid I'm going to go home and see that there is a change in the log. So that's why I'm giving her a, well, Rosie, can you stand up? Know where you are? Please, can you pass that flower? Can you pass that flower to her? Back to running. You know, running marathons it's a challenging thing. You have to have an incentive, a really strong incentive. And I have this friend who runs with me, but he's a little bit overweight. And he had an incentive to, basically, he needed an incentive to lose weight, right? So, but he couldn't make it. Like, he loses 5 pounds, he gains 7 pounds, and back and forth. Finally, his wife found the solution. She bought him a scale, and she said, every time you want to have sex with me, you have to be 1 pound less than the previous time. What an incentive, guys, huh? So he lost 30 pounds in the first month. And it was February. So I told my wife the story, and she got excited. She said, well, he wanted to shed some weight because he wanted to qualify for a Boston Marathon. So she bought me a scale, and she did the same thing. She said, every time you want to have sex with me, you have to be 1 pound less than the previous time. So it worked for me. I lost 5 pounds. But it took me 5 years. Yes, once a year. You know, I have in the last 6-7 years, I developed a system called Mind Visualizer, because, you know, comedy is not my thing, it's just a hobby. And in Mind Visualizer, we visualize elements of the mind in basically in geometric objects. So, for example, an event like an event is described as a ball. So if it's a good event, like today, now everybody is laughing, okay, it's a yellow ball. And if it's a negative event, okay, it's a red ball. I don't know where the red ball went. So a neutral is blue ball. So I have this friend who is like an older woman, 86 years old. She had attended my seminars. By the way, if you want my seminars later on, check with me. I'll free seminars about the subject. So she attended my seminars. Every time she sees me, she says, "How are your balls?" So I used to get embarrassed. Now, actually, I say, "Oh, my balls are blue, but if you want them, you can make them yellow." And here, I'd like to show you the proof. Here's my. Oh, sorry, this is my dog's balls. My balls are here. Actually, she was so nice enough to actually put a smiley face on me. I didn't notice there is a red light there that means that I have to stop. But I will tell you one thing about, before I stop, about low maintenance. I have this friend, you know, we talked about high maintenance, my wife, and there's a friend who is so cheap that he was looking for a low maintenance woman. Finally, he found this low maintenance woman. And what they do is, like, when they were driving a car and come to a meter and they put money in the meter, when they come back and they see like 10 minutes left in the meter, they wait until the meter expires. One day, and then when the gas prices went up, they sold their car. And one day, he started using buses, public transportation. One day he was going to chase the bus. They went to the bus stop, and the bus already left the stop. So he decided to run the next stop. So he ran the next stop, chased the bus. Again, the bus. Finally, after 6 stops, he never got on the bus, and he got home very sweaty and tired and panting. And his wife said, what's going on here? What happened to you? He said, you know, he told her the story that he chased the bus and he couldn't get, but he said, look at the bright side, right? We saved $1.50 for the bus fare. She said, you stupid man, had you chased a taxi, you could have saved $20. One day, he went up because they wanted to save more money, so he became super in an apartment building. You know, you don't have to pay rent. So he went up to the roof to fix something, and he slipped, and he was going all the way down. So he passed the window where his apartment is. So he shouted at his wife, he said, don't cook tonight, we're going to dine in the hospital.
Yeah.